Hello viewers and welcome to my new video. In today's video I wanted to talk a little bit more about Session Studio platform, okay? And I know I've already made a video on this, but this was like the first ever use that I was actually looking at it. Since then I've actually had an opportunity to talk to Alex Caro from Session Studio. So shout out to Alex. By the way, he's a musician a singer, a musician in his own right. So check his stuff out when it's out there. I believe he's working on some music at the moment. And he effectively introduced me, or sort of took me through the full breadth of features that Session Studio app has on offer, and there's some really cool things that I actually wasn't fully aware of, so I thought that I'd actually make another video, just like a supplementary video effectively to my other video, so that you can understand fully what this app can do for you. Now there are two versions of this. You can either have a desktop version or you can have a mobile app, all right, on your phone. Now before I go on to the desktop version, I just wanted to tell you, and I will be sort of, in between I will be throwing some things in terms of what you can do on one or the other. But effectively, on your mobile, what you actually can do, if you have your the Session Studio app installed, you can actually record your ideas directly into Session Studio app from your phone, which is pretty cool, to be honest with you, because for example, I've just come up with something, I've recorded something with my voice, which I do very often actually, or I pick up my guitar and just record onto my phone rather than doing that onto my phone and storing it on my phone. I can record it directly into Session Studio. Well, there's two things here really. I mean, okay, yeah, you can have some cloud backup or whatever storage on your phone to ensure that you never lose these things, but I think the advantage of doing that via an app like Session Studio is that this is already there, it stays there, it's cloud-based, you have an account, it's there, right? It's not gonna disappear, right? So that's the first thing that you've got. You almost secure and protect your ideas straight away, and you will be able to then develop those ideas and work on them further, right? Okay. Not only that, you will be able to invite people to listen to that idea stuff straight away, or to hear it, or to help you work on it. So if you are collaborating with other musicians, with other creators or songwriters, for example, you can invite them in, and straight away, that collaboration can start from almost like minute zero. All right, so let me sort of take you through the full process and the actual, so to show you all the features that Session Studio actually has. And I'm gonna be using the desktop application because it's just easier for me to show it to you that way. So first and foremost, once you are logged on, if you haven't got anything here whatsoever, you will be presented with a blank screen, and to start anything in here, you need to add a new song. So click new song, and that way you can effectively upload a recording. So if you've already got something stored on your computer, you can do it that way. So you click upload. You can actually drag and drop your audio files here, or you can browse them on your computer. So I'm just going to upload one of my tracks from my debut solo album, Find Your Thing. And here, what you've got actually, the options that you get is you can tell the program what version this is, so whether this is a bounce, an idea. So like I was telling you before, if you just have an idea and record it on your phone, you can actually put it here. Is this a mix? Is this a master or a stem? In this case, this is a master. And you can actually add a note to it, so you can tell actually people what it is. If you don't want to share this, by the way, at this point with anybody, you can make this file private. So that's what I'm gonna take, and I'm going to upload that track here. Once this is uploaded, you have some options here on the right hand side. So you can actually share it with somebody, you can add it to a playlist, you can edit download, mark as latest version, or delete it. Right now, for now, I'm just going to focus on the mark as latest version. Now I'm going to explain why, because for instance, I'm just gonna click on that. So by marking audio file Find Your Fingers latest version, you will also make it accessible to other collaborators. So I'm just gonna do that. But this, I think you've just noticed that this sort of unticked the privacy of this, so I can sort of set to private, and this will be unmarked as latest version. So this very much sort of works in parallel. So if you don't want to share it with anybody, don't mark it as the latest version. But if you want to do, then what will happen if it is marked as the latest version, basically it will play. So the moment that someone clicks on it, this is the version that will be played here effectively. So if you had multiple versions of that song, click the one that's the latest, that's the one that will play. Something else to point out is these options here at the top on the left hand side where it says in creation, and when you click on it you can actually see that you can change the status of this from in creation to being pitchable, hold, or released. So I'm just going to set it to released because it is an actual released song. Now look at how easy it is to change the title of this, because at the moment it says new song 30th of June, which is today when I'm actually uploading it. But have a look, I can just click on it like that and delete this and basically just type in it, which is pretty cool, to be honest. It does make life easier, I must admit. So I can just simply change the title just like that. Okay, so let's cover the sharing option, because I think this is actually a pretty cool idea and a feature, especially if somebody that you are collaborating with or you want to review the song or listen to the song does not use Session Studio. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So when you click here on the right hand side, you click on share and you get this option, so you can create a link. All right, so if I click on this, I've just created a link. Now what I can do here is simply click on copy. All right, and what I'll do then is click. So if I send this to somebody, imagine I have this link and I don't know, I've emailed it or texted it to somebody, right? This link I've just created, that person can put it in their browser or click on it actually, because I'm just gonna, so this is what will happen, and immediately this opens up. You don't have to have an account, so that person does not have to have a Session Studio account in order to immediately open this link and effectively listen to it like this. All right, so this is pretty cool, and you can, you know, click on it and it will play, and it will play that song effectively. Something important to note is that if your song is marked as private and you share that link, it will not play. I've just tested it now and it wouldn't play. I've just gone back and changed it to the latest version, remember? Now it's playing. So that's something to keep in mind. If you want to share with somebody, you need to untick that private button effectively, because if you don't, they won't be able to listen to it. Something else when it comes to these options, when it comes to sharing, what download actually means is that you can then pitch it to various stores or whatever. But in order to do that, to allow that download, you'd need to actually upgrade. So this is a free version. So if you have a free version, that's fine. It's just that some features will not work on it, particularly, for example, this one. So you'd have to upgrade it. And as you can see, the upgrade costs £4.99 a month in my case, because I am UK based. Okay, so back to the main song page. So the next thing that you've got here is lyrics. So again, this is something that you can do with other people. You can actually invite them. So if you start typing something here, then you can then invite other people to add more lines, for example. So there you go, right? That's how it works. The next is credits. So this is really important, right? Adding a credit, you can add as many credits as you want. But before I even do that, if you are, say, with somebody in the same room they have this application basically on the phone, they can simply scan. You can give them a QR code, and they can scan that QR code and in the session effectively, so they can be recognized immediately. So in order to add credits, you need to either search or you can add manually. So you have both options. So for example, if I add myself, then I will be able to either add, as myself as an artist, a performer, a songwriter, other production, etc., etc. All right. So, for example, I could add everything into here. So this is pretty cool because you can actually add everything that you need. And you can add it more, and you can basically add multiple lines into this as well. So that's really, really good. So production, producer, engineer, mixer, mastering engineer, performer. So you can add performing basically people, select role. So musician, vocal, and ensemble. You can basically add your entire information about your recording session, about everything that whoever's worked on this song effectively. And you can add, say if I add this, and I would like to add another credit. I'm just gonna add myself again, just to show you. And what's gonna happen is you're going to have multiple rows effectively on this, and that's how it's kind of going to be shown in front of you on the screen. And what's really cool as well is that once you've invited all these people into your session and they are all here, you can effectively message everybody here. So all song members, as it says here, you can just say, hi, I want to add a bridge to the song. I have just added a demo to Session Studio that I have shared with everyone. What do you think of it? Right, and I can send that message, and then everybody sort of receives that message, and we can all communicate sort of in real time, which is really, really good. So the next thing is splits. So you can add new split, and again you can confirm members, and then you can sort of add more people, manage members, confirm members. So that's I'm the only person here, but if I added more people earlier, then I could just basically manage the percentages of songwriting and so on and so forth. All right. Next we go to access, and in here we can actually invite more people and invite more collaborators. And if you've got the email address, you can simply type that in here and then effectively sort of invite them to collaborate with you on that song. The last thing that you can see here is details, and this is really good because this basically allows you to record every single bit of information that you need about the song. So any alternative title, artist name, genres, key signature, time signature, tempo, language, whether it has explicit lyrics or not, duration, creation date, and then the studio location, which To be honest, these are the main things that you will be recording when registering your songs with PPL, for example, when you register your masters. So you can have all of this already here as you are working through the song. So all that information actually gets captured as you go along. What's really cool as well, specifically about messages, is that all that gets stored. That's what I've been assured by Alex, that you don't lose that information. So for example, if there was any dispute in the future, say that, something wasn't said or whatever. So if you record all your messages or your communication about the song whilst you are working on it with other people, all that is stored and you can retrieve it, if in case you needed to use it or prove to somebody, well, this is what we've agreed. Something else to look at, when you have more than one song uploaded, you actually go to songs here and you can pin one of them. So if you wanted to do that, then that will be the pinned song sort of on your side. So if that's the latest song that you are working on currently or whatever, you can do it as well. Something else to look at here, leave song. What it means is that if you are the creator, if you started the whole project, it will just delete it. However, if you are just a collaborator who has been invited to it, it will actually remove you from access to this song. Another cool feature here is the song folders. So this is quite interesting because you can make a folder, for example, and you can call it something, that's meaningful to you. I don't know, album 1, for example, and you can actually put these songs into the folder. So you can move it, drag and drop it, for example. So then it obviously makes it a little bit more manageable, especially the more songs you've got. So you can have, whatever whatever the organization you want to apply to this, really. Something else you will notice here is the ability to create playlists. So again, this might be helpful to you if you wanted to pitch that song, for example, for sync licensing or anything like that. So if you click on playlists, you can actually create a new playlist from scratch, and the way you do this is that you've got all the songs will be displayed and you simply tick them. So I've only got 2 songs, and that basically you can also search for them also here if you want, and that's it. And you just click add to files, and here it is, your list is created. It gives it an automatic title which you can actually change, just like I changed the other title of the song before. And similarly, you can also add an image. So actually your playlist can have your own unique image, whatever that might be, whether that's an album, cover or anything like that. Okay, you can also share it in the same way that you just shared one song, which is really cool. You can actually share a playlist as well. So again, you create the link, and then you can do this exactly the same what you did with a single individual song. What's really cool about it, but you'd have to have the paid subscription of this, is that if you wanted to share it with anybody, you could actually also revoke that access. So for example, if someone's not getting back to you for ages and you think, hang on a minute, like I don't really want to share my song with them anymore, or the songs or the playlist, you can revoke that access and they will no longer be able to access those songs. What's really important as well to pay attention to is notifications. So if you click here, it will actually inform you, it will put this in the form of push notifications that someone has done something, there's been an activity. So I actually someone added a file or did something or whatever. And also all the messages will be here. As you can see, the message that I created before the test message is here, and I can actually see it. Okay, so let's cover the artist profile, your own creator's profile. So if I click on that, I'll just show you what it is. I've got it already here set up. So obviously all the numbers, everything's already here, and you will be able to add all these different numbers by which you are recognized as an artist effectively. So IDs, you've got the number here, for example, your IPI number that comes from my PRS registration, received credits. So something that I've recorded earlier. So say if I, the more I work with this app and the more, I start collaborating with other people and they invite me through this app, and they obviously we all need to be using this in order for this to work. Then obviously all your credits will be recorded on here as well, that you've received from other people by working, collaboratively with them. Connections. So connections, what it means is I've actually already got my TuneCore account connected, but currently you can connect SoundCloud or TuneCore directly with Session Studio, and actually you can upload tracks directly out of Session Studio into SoundCloud or TuneCore. And when it comes to representatives, you can add, for example, your manager, your publisher details in here. And the last feature that I wanted to show you, again, it's under your sort of name here, is the settings. So what you see here is firstly the storage. So you actually get 2 gigabytes worth of storage here. Once you have exceeded that, you will have to upgrade. So if you start working with Session Studio sort of on a regular basis, start collaborating with people on multiple songs, then obviously you will need to upgrade. And like I said, the upgraded version will cost you £4.99 British pounds per month as it stands at the moment, and you do it through the upgrade. So you can click on it and then you can basically click continue, and it will take you to that page where you can do so. I'm not going to do it right now. Back to the settings. You've got your email address, your password, you can delete your account. You have your privacy settings, which are very important. So let me just show you this actually. So this is where you can manage what you actually share, what information you share with other people, what they actually can see. So you can allow sharing, you can allow your email, whether they can see your email, whether they will see your artist name, and whether they will see your publisher or label contact information. And this is with song collaborators. So can you see how this is split? The next group of people is all Session Studio users. So what this means is in practice is that other people could actually find you, other people who are using Session Studio, and invite you, for example, to collaborate with them. If you don't want that, you can untick it. You can also change what they can and cannot see about you. So for example, your ID identifiers, you don't necessarily want to see them to see it. It all depends on you. And also when it comes to publicly to anyone, again, this is what happens when you actually share it with anyone whatsoever. So for example, when you share those songs or those playlists with people who aren't even the users, do you want them to be able to see certain things about yourself or not? So this is how you would set it up. This is where you would set it up. So this is it for this session. I hope that this is helpful for you. Like I said, I find that this hopefully is the future, and in order to collaborate with other people and actually to capture all the information, because to me what's really important is that you capture all the information in one place from day one. So you start your creation, you have an idea, you then develop it, you share it with other people, you invite them to collaborate, they invite you to collaborate. You can exchange the messages, you can also upload certain documents, you can upload your contracts or whatever, that kind of thing. You can collaborate on lyrics in real time. So all that information is stored, all the splits, so everything is in one place, and you can then use it for your song registration, say on PRS, PPL, other bodies like that. And everything is there for everybody to see. Everything is evidenced effectively, So yeah, I hope that you found this video helpful, and it will help you on your music endeavors moving forward. And I will see you in my next video.